You didn't plan for it to end this way. There was no dramatic goodbye, no last message full of emotion or blame. It just stopped. Slowly, gently, like someone setting down a weight they'd been carrying for far too long. You stopped checking in. You stopped asking how she was. You stopped being the only one holding the thread between you both. And the strange part, it wasn't because you were angry. It wasn't out of revenge. It was because you finally realized that all the energy, all the care, all the connection, it was coming from you, one-sided. You began to see clearly. You began to feel the emptiness behind the effort. The love you gave was never truly met. You were present, but she was distant. You were consistent, but she was unsure. And eventually your soul just got tired, so you let go. Not with a bang, but with silence. It's a kind of silence that doesn't announce itself. It just arrives. She didn't notice at first. Her day continued like usual. She smiled, posted, laughed, replied to others. She didn't even feel it yet, but silence doesn't need attention to be powerful. It grows in the background like a shadow stretching across the day. It waits. It builds. Eventually it speaks louder than any words you could have said. Because silence, when it comes from peace, is not absence. It's presence in a new. Form a presence focused on yourself, your healing, your energy. And while she went on with her routine, unaware of the shift, something irreversible had begun. You had left the space emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And that's the moment. Everything started to change, not for her, not yet, but for you. That's when the real freedom started to unfold, one quiet breath at a time. She picks up her phone out of habit, expecting your name to be there, maybe a message, a missed call, something, but it's empty. There's no notification, no reminder of you. At first, she shrugs it off, tells herself, you're just busy or distracted. Maybe you're giving her space. Doesn't feel like a loss yet, just a break in the pattern. But routines, once broken, have a way of exposing what was. Never secure to begin with. As each day passes, the absence becomes more noticeable. Still, she doesn't reach out. Her pride won't let her. She tells herself she's unbothered. But beneath the surface, something is shifting. Because it's not just that you're quiet, it's that you're calm. You're not reacting, not waiting, not hinting. You've disappeared emotionally, and that stillness is louder than anger ever could be. Her confidence, once steady and sure, begins to crack. She starts thinking back, remembering the way she left things. How sure she was that you'd come back, that you'd eventually fold. But you didn't. And now, the silence isn't just confusing, it's unsettling. She wonders if she misjudged you. If she mistook your patience for weakness. If she overestimated the space she had in your life. The shift is undeniable now. She feels it in the quiet moments, in the pauses that used to be filled with your voice, your care, your presence. It's not heartbreak, not yet. It's the slow unraveling of a narrative she built around your loyalty. And as that begins to collapse, her pride no longer feels like power. It feels like distance she created but can't cross anymore. That's the moment she realizes she might have underestimated the weight of your silence. And the echo of it is growing louder with each passing day. She tries to keep herself busy. Goes out with friends, dresses up, laughs loudly in crowded rooms. Her social media is alive selfies. Quotes, little glimpses of a life that looks full, but deep down, something's off. Something doesn't click the way it used to. The smiles feel thinner, the attention feels lighter, and the noise around her doesn't fill the quiet you left behind. She used to love the attention, thrived in it. But now, it doesn't touch her the same, because your absence has created contrast. Before, you were the steady presence that made her feel seen, not just looked at. And now, in the sea of compliments, in shallow messages, all she feels is a growing emptiness. She's surrounded, yet strangely alone, because you're no longer watching. You're no longer a silent witness to her world. And that matters more than she wants to admit. Her phone lights up with messages, but none from you. She scrolls through them unimpressed. They don't read like yours. They don't feel like safety. They don't hold the same weight. It hits her not all attention is equal. She starts to feel the difference between being noticed and being valued, between temporary fun and lasting connection. And that difference, that quiet space you used to fill, it's beginning to haunt her. Not loudly, not with tears, but with the slow ache of something real that's now missing. She thought she could replace it, distract herself, move on. But the more she tries, the more she feels it pure silence sitting there like a mirror, showing her what she lost. Doesn't matter how many people are around her, doesn't matter who likes her photos, because the one presence that used to give her peace is no longer part of her world. And now, the absence is all she notices. She begins to reflect more than she ever expected to. It's no longer about what you're doing or who you're with, it's about what she let go of. Late at night, when the world quiets and distractions fade, her mind drifts to you, to the way you listened when no one else did, to the calm you brought into chaos. And that's when something unexpected begins to grow inside her guilt. Not the kind that comes from causing a fight, but the quiet kind that whispers, you didn't appreciate him when you had him. She remembers the small things. Way you always made sure she got home safe, the way you remembered the little details she shared. How your presence made everything feel a bit more grounded. And now that you're gone, really gone, she can't help but feel the sting of what she once took for granted. She thought your steadiness was a given. She thought she could come and go and you'd always be there. But now that you're not, she understands just how rare that kind of love was. And then the memories shift. They become softer, more romanticized. She stops focusing on the arguments or the hard moments. Instead, she replays the nights you stayed up talking, the way your laughter made her feel safe, the warmth of simply being near you. She starts rewriting the past not because it was perfect, but because the emotional safety you gave her was unforgettable. And in missing you, she misses who she was with you. She misses the way you made her feel without even trying.
That kind
of presence isn't something she can fake, replace, or run from. And now, the silence that once felt distant has become a haunting reminder of the love she never fully honored. She thought she could handle the distance. Thought if she waited long enough, you'd fold. You'd eventually break the silence with a hey or a miss you. But you didn't. And now, the stillness feels heavier than she expected. It's not just quiet anymore, it's complete. She starts testing the waters, watching your stories, liking an old post, maybe sending a meme that only the two of you would understand. She tells herself it's casual, harmless, but it's not. It's a silent plea. She wants to see if there's still a door open, even just a crack. But you don't respond, you don't flinch, you don't take the bait, and that's what breaks her illusion. Because now she knows this isn't a pause, it's closure. It's not given with anger, but with peace. You've moved on, not to someone else, but to yourself. She feels it. Not just the distance, but the decision behind it. You're not ignoring her. You're done. And that's what really hits her, not just that she lost you, but that she can't get you back the same way. You didn't walk away with noise. You disappeared with grace. And that kind of disappearance is unforgettable. It lingers in the quiet moments, in the places where you used to be. Now, her thoughts circle back to you not because you're chasing her, but because you're not. Because your silence is no longer just space, it's a mirror. One that reflects everything she didn't value when it mattered. And now, while she sits in her own echo chamber of regret and what-ifs, you're out there reclaiming your peace. Not proving a point, just living your truth. And that truth is this. The moment you chose yourself over her indifference is the moment. She finally realized she lost something rare.